Today is very auspicious day according to calendar for India. Today is the disappearance of Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, and Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. They are all personal associates of Radha Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our Gurudev wrote in the book their biographies, but it is not possible to read all in this short time. So only in brief, the main points. Raghunath Bhatta Goswami in Krishna Lila, he is Rag Manjari. She descended as Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and he appeared as the son of Tapan Mishra. You know, in Chaitanya Bhagavat we read, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got married, then he was a teacher, so he went to earn money in East Bengal. There, this Tapan Mishra was there. He was a Brahmin, and he was meditating on his mantra, but he was confused what is the ultimate goal of life and what is the process. So once he got one darshan of the divine being, and that divine being told him, you should take shelter of Nimai Pandit. He's not ordinary person, he's Supreme Lord. So Tapan Mishra went and surrendered to him and asked. Then Mahaprabhu told him, ultimate goal is Krishna Prem, and the process is to chant his name. Then Tapan Mishra wanted to go with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu said, no, you should go to Varanasi, you stay there, and I will also meet you there. So the son of this Tapan Mishra is Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. When Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan, then he also went to Varanasi on the way, and he was staying in the house of Chandrasekhar Vaidya and took his meals in the house of Tapan Mishra. There it is where Raghunath Bhatta Goswami also met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That time he was a small boy, but he got opportunity of service of Mahaprabhu, preparing plate and giving salt and water and massaging and all this. And he also got the remnants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then when he grew up, then he went to visit Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri. And on the way he met one Ram Das. Outwardly he was like always worshipping Ramchandra, but inside he had desire for liberation. That devotion to Ramchandra he took as a means to attain liberation. So Mahaprabhu knew this, so he did not pay special attention on him, but he paid special attention on Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, who was a pure devotee, and he stayed there in Puri for 8 months, and sometimes he would invite Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to his place and he would cook for him. He was a very expert cook. And after 8 months, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, your parents, they are devotees and they are old, they need your help. So you go and serve them, but don't get married. So Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, and he gave him some gifts to encourage him. And he came back and he was serving his parents, and in the meantime also was studying Bhagavat from one realized Vaishnava. After 4 years his parents left this world. Then he came back to Puri, and again he was staying with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for 8 months. Then Mahaprabhu told him, now you should go to Vrindavan and you should stay under Rupa and Sanatan there. So he followed and went to Vrindavan, and he became one of the 6 Goswamis. And Mahaprabhu also told him, your service is to read Bhagavatam and to always chant Harinam. So we see to Sanatana Goswami he said certain service, to Rupa Goswami certain service, to another like Lokanath Goswami, and to Raghunath Bhatta also. He did not write any book. He did not translate any book or nothing. But that does not mean that he is something less. Everyone has to do the service given to him by bona fide Guru for this satisfaction of Krishna. Then that is perfection. So he went there and he was reading Bhagavatam. His voice was very sweet, and he could know like 3 to 4 melodies for each verse. So he would recite daily reading Bhagavatam for the satisfaction of Rupa, Sanatana and other Vaishnavas there, and always he would chant Harinam. And our Gurudev told he never played the pastime of a preacher like a Madhyamadikar. He would always stay in that Uttamadikara vision. If someone came to speak some faults or some misbehavior of some Vaishnava or something, he would never want to hear that. He would only see all are worshipping, and every living entity, they are actually servants of Krishna. They may know or may not know, but they are. So all are serving directly or indirectly, so he would never. And always chant Harinam and speak Bhagavatam. That was his service. And also he was cooking for Diti Radha Govinda Dev of Rupa Goswami. And also he made some ornaments for the Diti, flute and dolphin-shaped earrings. He never spoke any worldly topics, village talk, you know, that person married with this one and this, all these things, never he heard, never spoke. And he was always absorbed in remembrance of Lord Krishna, always chanting and reading Bhagavatam. And on today's day, here from Bhakti-Ratnakar also, there is nothing to which his discourse on the Bhagavatam can be compared. Even Vyas himself wishes to sit and listen to him speak, knowing that this will bring him happiness. Even the gods were astonished when they observed Raghunath Bhatta's devotional practices. So, on today's day, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami disappeared from this world. So I am going down to him and praying for his causeless mercy, for pure devotion to Krishna and his devotees. Also today is the disappearance day of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. He in Krishna Lila is, some say Rasa Manjari, some say Rati Manjari, and others say Bhanumati. And nickname is Tulsi. You will find in Vilap Kushumanjali. It is very famous book of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, but you need qualification to read that book. It's not for all. There, his nickname is Tulsi Manjari. So you know he appeared in Bengal, Krishnapur, as the son of Govardhan Majumdar, and his brother was Hiranya Majumdar, his uncle. They were serving Advaita Acharya. They were Brahmins and very rich. And no, not the father and uncle. They were not Brahmins. They were Kayashta caste. And they were serving Brahmins, including Advaita Acharya. And they were very rich. We cannot imagine how rich. Parisian. And Raghunath Das Goswami, when he was small, because Balaram Acharya was the priest of his father and uncle, so after Haridas Thakur rescued that prostitute, he came to stay for some time in that Balaram Acharya's place. There also happened that debate on chanting the holy name. So Raghunath Das Goswami used to go and take darshan of Haridas Thakur, and he heard Harinam and got blessing. So although he is eternally perfected soul, Nityasiddha, but outwardly they are playing the pastime of being sadhakas. So here it is shown that by the grace of Vaishnavas, we will develop devotion. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita also written, Raghunath Das was just a little boy engaged in studies when he had the darshan of Haridas Thakur. Haridas was merciful to him, and this mercy was the reason that he later was able to attain the company of Lord Chaitanya. When Mahaprabhu took sannyas and went to Vrindavan, but Nityananda Prabhu took him back to Shantipur, Advaita Acharya, there Raghunath Das Goswami first time met him, and he was attracted, and he was indifferent to riches, and he also got his remnant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because Advaita Acharya was affectionate to this family. So he got, as long as they stayed in Shantipur, he got Mahaprabhu's prasad. Then, when Mahaprabhu went to Puri, the Raghunath Das Goswami, when they went home, he was always feeling separation from Mahaprabhu, and he wanted to go to him, but father made some guards to keep him back, so he could not go. But when Mahaprabhu was going to Vrindavan, and then he did not fully go, on the halfway again he turned around. Again he came to Shantipur, to Advaita Acharya's house. That time Raghunath Das Goswami was praying to his father, please let me just take darshan of Mahaprabhu. Then father said, okay, you go, but quickly come back. And he sent all the guards with him. So Raghunath Das Goswami met, and he requested Mahaprabhu, even without saying, that how I can be released from this entanglement and join you. Mahaprabhu told, don't become mad person. It is not so easy. Gradually you can surmount this ocean of material existence. Now you are not able to become like ascetic. And also there is no need of outwardly showing how much you are renounced, like a monkey. Monkey has no house, no cloth, no closing eyes, like meditating. But what he's thinking about sense gratification, and he's always engaged in sense gratification with other female monkeys. So he said, don't be monkey renunciate, outwardly only. You go home, practice Yukta Vairagya. Inside you worship Krishna, outwardly you behave like normal Varna Ashrami, and practice this Yukta Vairagya, and gradually, when the time will come, then Krishna will show you the way. So then Raghunath Das Goswami went home, and he did like that, as Mahaprabhu told him, and his parents also became happy. Oh, now he's not mad. So they little slackened those guards and everything. But Raghunath Das Goswami got married also, and he also did some that helping in that business. But then after 1 year, he heard that Nityananda Prabhu is coming to Panihati. He went there with great hope. Nityananda Prabhu is rescuer of the fallen souls. So he went, and you know about that very famous Chiradadi festival he did on the order of Nityananda and got his blessing. Nityananda said Mahaprabhu himself came to take prasad here and to dance and chant. Now your obstacles are removed, don't worry. Then he went home, and also in between, yes, they were trying very much to stop him when he again tried to escape. Then mother told to father that better you should tie him down with the rope. Then father said, what can one rope do? He has so much money and such a beautiful wife like Apsara from heaven. If this could not keep him down, what will mere rope do? He got the grace of Mahaprabhu. And also father, how he can cut the prarabdha of son? Impossible. Prarabdha karma, that which is already bearing fruit. So then, after that meeting of Nityananda Prabhu, then arrangement came from Krishna that one day Yadunandan Acharya, who is the Diksha Guru of Raghunath Das, disciple of Advaita Acharya, he told him that his pujari did not come to do his service. So he came to Raghunath Das's house and requested Raghunath, because he was very nice character, to go and persuade that pujari to come and do his service. So father also gave permission, because Yadunandan Acharya came. So Raghunath Das Goswami was going, and then he told to Yadunandan Acharya, okay, I will go, I know where is his house, I will go, no need to go with me, I will do. Then Yadunandan Acharya went, and that time Raghunath Das Goswami escaped, went to Puri by side roads, not main roads, and always walking like mad, whole day walking, eating only 3 times in whole trip to Puri, little milk and like this. There are more details, but time. When he reached Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu was very happy. He accepted him, said, yes, Krishna is very merciful. He delivered you from the pit of material sense enjoyment. Before Mahaprabhu said, you go, that is good. Now he said, that is bad. And Krishna rescued you, and parents, they were sending some money. So Raghunath Das Goswami was serving Mahaprabhu with that money, prasad, and Mahaprabhu offered him to thee as a Shiksha Guru. His Shiksha Guru should be Swarup Damodar Goswami. So under him, he was learning all devotional practices and everything. And gradually he also, you will read in Chaitanya Charitamrita how he gradually reduced his, means how he became more and more renounced in how he is maintaining his life. And he was always doing bhajan. And also one time he requested Mahaprabhu to give him directly some instructions. Then Mahaprabhu said, Swarup Damodar knows more than me. I already gave him to you as your Shiksha Guru. So you don't worry, he knows more than me. But okay, if you want to hear from me, I'm giving some short instruction. You don't speak these worldly topics. Don't hear. And don't be greedy to eat nice food. Don't wear very attractive for others clothes or anything, because you are vairagi, ascetic. And always be humbler than the blade of grass, more tolerant than tree. Give due respect to all, without desiring any respect from anyone. always you chant Harinam, and inside, in your spiritual body, you always serve Radha Krishna in Vrindavan in Lila, internally. That is my instruction to him. And later on, he also gave him Govardhan Shila to worship, and he told him how. So Raghunath Das Goswami was staying in Puri for a long time with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then, when Mahaprabhu disappeared from this world, he thought of committing suicide. Could not bear separation from Mahaprabhu. He thought, but let me go once to Vrindavan. I will take darshan of Govardhan, and from Govardhan I will throw myself and give up this body. When he came there, he met Rupa Sanatan and felt Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in them, because they are always serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One who is serving Guru, he is always with Guru. Not one who is physically near Guru, that does not mean that he is actually with Guru. He may be if he is in the service, but if he is like a bug to exploit, then not. But someone may be far away from Guru physically, but he is following his order, he is always with his Guru. So this was shown here. Raghunath Das Goswami felt Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Rupa Sanatan. So he gave up that idea to give up his life. He could get solace, and he was staying with Rupa Sanatan, and he would do bhajan in Radha Kund. There is also his Samadhi Mandir you saw, and very strict sadhana, thousands of dandavats daily, chanting 1 lakh, 3 times bathing in Radha Kunda. 3 hours he was speaking about Gaur Lila, because he was in Puri, he saw all Lilas. And from him, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, whose disappearance is also today, he heard about this final pastimes of Mahaprabhu in Puri. He heard from Raghunath Das Goswami. So, always doing bhajan, and he also wrote some books like Mana Shiksha, Bilab Kushumanjali, I think Bhakta Charita, and some books he wrote, and doing very intense bhajan. He would sleep only 1.5 hours. He was always doing that Manasa Seva, and in Radha Kund, yes, Mukta Charita, Stava Vali, this is some songs and verses, Shri Dana Charita and Mukta Charita, and Bilab Kushumanjali. Also, Janava Devi, wife of Nityananda Prabhu, came there and met Raghunath Das Goswami. He was blessed by her. And also, you know, he wanted to make Radha Kunda nicely built with all the ghats and Shama Kunda. And then he gave up this idea, no, why I'm thinking this. But one very rich person, he went to Badrinaran in Himalaya, up very far. He wanted to offer big donation to Badrinaran. Badrinaran appeared to that. He said, no, don't give here. You go to Vrindavan. There is one, my devotee, Raghunath Das. He needs that money to make Radha Kund Shama Kunda nice. How Narayan knows. And Narayan is giving for the service of Radha Krishna. So he came there and offered to Raghunath Das Goswami. He felt it is by the desire of Krishna, so he made. And when he was trying to make rectangular Shama Kunda, then in dream, 5 Pandavas, Yudhishthir, Arjun, Bhim, Nakul, and Sahadev, came to him and told him, no, don't cut us down. We are here as trees. We are doing bhajan here. Don't cut us. That is why you will see Shyamakunda is not perfect rectangular there. He did not want to cut those trees. And also one time, one devotee, Raghunath Das Goswami, at the end, he was only drinking one pot of buttermilk. When you blend yogurt, that water which is coming out, that is buttermilk, like nothing. But he would survive on that only. And he was very happy. Outwardly, Gurudev said, outwardly he was like doing such austere life, renouncing everything, looks like that Siddhartha Gautam, Buddha, but it is gulf of difference. Buddha was due to trying to avoid suffering of attachment to non-eternal things. But Raghunath Das Goswami had such ecstasy in the service of Radha Krishna that there was no need for this. He could easily renounce. So one time one devotee brought him one pot of this way, but in a little bigger pot. Then Raghunath Das Goswami asked, where you got this? Then he said, in Sakistali. Then Raghunath Das Goswami immediately threw, don't bring this. Sakistali is the place of Chandravali. She's a rival of Radharani. So he was always in the mood of being made servant of Radharani and never this. And also one, there are many there, but no time. One is, one time Raghunath Das Goswami was playing the pastime of being sick. So Brajavasis, they brought one Ayurvedic doctor. He checked his pulse and said, yes, yesterday night Raghunath Das Goswami ate kheer, milk rice, kheer, and a lot of it. That is why this problem is there. Then they said, no, this Baba is never eating anything, only this way milk one. Then said Ayurveda, no, I checked. He took too much of kheer yesterday night. And they were quarreling. Then Raghunath Das Goswami said, no, really I took. But that was in my Manasa Seva, in my internal service to Radha Krishna. I took that prasad, kheer much. So it was shown that that is not fictitious, it is really there. So it was shown that here he was sick. On today's day, he disappeared in Radhakund. There is his Samadhi Mandir, very famous. So I'm remembering, I saw today on Facebook live video, one our God sister showed Raghunath Das Goswami's Samadhi. I'm remembering his Samadhi and bowing down to him and praying for his causeless mercy. Also today is the disappearance day of Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. He appeared in Jamatpur in Bengal, and in his house there was Sankirtan going on, and he was inviting Vaishnavas and festivals over there. And one time Minaketan Ramdas, one personal associate of Nityananda Prabhu, came and for that festival, and Gunarnava Mishra, who was Pujari, he did not receive well, not giving respect proper. So Minaketan Ramdas became angry. He said, oh, like another Roma Harshan Sutta, who did not stand up to receive Baladev when he came. So he also does not have respect for Nityananda. So he does not have respect for me. So out of that compassion, Minaketan Ramdas became angry, but Gunarnava Mishra, he understood his mistake and he was rectified, but he spoke about this to brother of Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, and brother also became disturbed why he did like this. He also did not have faith. Then Kaviraj Goswami quarreled with his brother. This is not good Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda are one. It is better that you should be atheist than to have faith in one and not in the other. It is not good. He was quarreling. So because he took the side of that Minaketan Ramdas and Nityananda Prabhu, that satisfied. So that night, Nityananda Prabhu appeared in his dream. Transcendental darshan, not speculation, real in dream. Nityananda Prabhu came and with his associates, and he told him, don't worry, you go to Vrindavan, you will get everything. Then Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami felt he got that strength, that grace of Nityananda Prabhu and went to Vrindavan, and there he met all the Goswamis who were still present at that time, and Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Gopinath. He wrote in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we heard about this. So he was doing bhajan, and he also told that famous, I am lower than the worms in the stool. I am more sinful than Jagai Madai. I am, if someone speaks my name, he will commit sin. If someone hears my name, all his pious activities will be lost. So I am such a wretched person. There is only one person, Nityananda, who rescued me. No one except Nityananda, because he is not seeing who is qualified, who is not. Whoever will fall down in front of him, he will be rescued. So he rescued me. By his grace I got Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. Nitayar Koruna Hobe, Braje Radha Krishna Pabe, Narottam Thakur said. Heno Nitai Bine Bhai Radha Krishna Paite Nai. Without the grace of Nityananda Prabhu, no one can get Radha Krishna, Vrindavan. So we need the grace of Nityananda Prabhu as Guru. So then he was doing bhajan and in Radha Kund, and he wrote that book Govinda Lilamrita, which we are now reading these verses in Kartik handbook, this Ashtakali Lila. He wrote Govinda Lilamrita, then he got this title Kaviraj, the king of poets, and he was also listening to Mahaprabhu's Lila in Puri from Raghunath Das Goswami. Then later, many Vaishnavas, they requested him to write. They said, Chaitanya Bhagavat is there by Vrindavan Das Thakur. There we got Leela of Mahaprabhu early and middle pastimes. But later pastimes he did not write extensively because he did not want to make book too long. So you please write. So he took this order of Vaishnavas and he went to Radha Madan Mohan temple in Vrindavan to pray for the grace. At that time, garland fell from Radha Madan Mohan on him, and he took it that Madan Mohan is authorizing him his blessing. So he wrote in a very old age. He said, I don't know how I'm writing. My hand is trembling. I cannot see, I cannot hear. I'm very old. I don't know if I will finish this book before I die. That is why some parts he said, I will write now, although it is not chronologically, but I will write now. I don't want this should be lost, because in case I will give up my body in between, this should not be lost. So he wrote, but ultimately he could finish. In Krishna Lila, he is Kasturi Manjari, maid servant of Radharani in Radha Kund, not ordinary person. So, and he sang the glories of Vrindavan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He is the real author of biography of Mahaprabhu. Some parts he left out. Those parts I will give. But he was praising the word of Vrindavan Das Thakur much. Krishna Das and Narottam Thakur, he came later in our Guru, Bhagavat Guru Parampara. After Narottam comes Krishna Das, Kaviraj Goswami. Although they are not Diksha disciple, but in their transcendental spiritual forum, they are intimately connected in the service of Rupa Manjari. So Narottam Thakur also wrote in Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Krishna Das Kaviraj, Rasika Bhakata Mach, Jiho Koila Chaitanya Charit, Gaur Govinda Lila Shunite Goloye Shila, Tahatena Hoilo Morchit. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami stands out amongst the devotees who are expert in the knowledge of transcendental divine mellows, for he is the author of the biography of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even the stones melt on hearing his descriptions of Gauras and Govinda's Leela. Alas, my mind has still not been attracted by these works. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, if it may happen that all the books, devotional shastras may disappear from this world, there will be no problem if Bhagavatam remains. Everything is in Bhagavatam. Jivas will not be deprived of anything. And even if Srimad Bhagavatam is lost, if Chaitanya Charitamrita is there, nothing will be lost. Even more is there. What is not directly manifested in Bhagavatam about Radharani is directly manifested in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj taught in a very perfect way, with guards, with caution, with well guarded is that Leela and glories of Radharani, so that no one can misunderstand or misuse. Well guarded is Chaitanya Charitamrita is the best book I heard from Gurudev. Everything is there. It is based on Bhagavatam, the essence of Bhagavatam, and how there he is was also shown in the life of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, also our Guru. He was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. There, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote that Kama Gayatri mantra has 24 and half syllables. And Vishwanath Chakravarti was wondering how. There are 25 syllables. Why he wrote like that? So he was fasting, could not understand. Yes, he took a vow to give up his body by the banks of Radhakunda, Krishna Thakur. But that night, Radharani appeared in his dream and said, no. He wrote correct. You will find in Varna Gama Bhasvat that one, this book of Sanskrit, grammar and all the rules and all this. Radharani knows everything. Radharani is not stupid. Radharani knows. Varna Gama Bhasvat, it is written that when this syllable is followed by that syllable, then in that case it will be counted as half syllable. So he wrote right. He's my maidservant, Radharani told. So we know the glory of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. His Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi are in Radha Kunda. He disappeared after Raghunath Das Goswami on the Shukla Dvadashi Tithi of the month of Ashwin, means today. So there also you will find his Bhajan Kutir when you do Radha Kunda Parikrama in Samadhi. His Japamala is also there. So that I saw. They will not allow to touch, or maybe he brought, I don't know. He will touch with the Japamala. So I am going down to Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and pray for his causeless mercy. If you want to know more details, then you can read in Gurudeva's book. And we are following Kartik Vrata Niyam Seva in a regulated way. So we are hearing Gajendra Moksa topic. Yesterday we heard about the Trikut mountain, 80,000 miles long, wide and high. And so 3 peaks and all very nice minerals, many gardens, demigods, lions, all that we heard, and one garden of Varun Dev, and so many trees. It is all important to hear this, because Supreme Lord will appear, and many minerals and gold, sand, jewels, everything. Gurudev said, all will fight if they come to know about this mountain. And many ferocious animals, so Gurudev said, better we only think about that mountain, not go there, because animals will eat. So we came to know about different trees and higher living beings, all Kinnaras, Gandharvas, Apsaras, all they are doing their sports there. And there is many lakes and rivers with clear water and banks made of gems as sand. Not sand, but gems are there. And the fragrant body of Apsaras and other Gandharvas is felt. And trees were growing flowers and fruits in all seasons, all the time, on that lake's bank. Tatraikada tadgiri kananashrayaha karenubir varanayutha pascharan sakantakam kichaka venu vetravat vishala gulman prarujan vanaspatin. The leader of the elephants who lived in the forest of Trikuta mountain once wandered about with his female elephants, breaking huge trees, bamboos, and reeds having thorns. That is Gajendra, leader of the wild elephants. And our Gurudev explained, although the road is there, but he does not care about the road. He goes straight where he wants to go, and like a bulldozer, he is destroying everything on the way, trees and everything. So powerful and so formidable, he's going. But Ganda Matrat, Dharayo Gajendra, Vyagradayo Vyalamriga Sakadga, Mahoragas Chapi Bhaya Dravanti, Sagora Krishna Saram Bhash Chamarja. Simply by catching scent of that elephant. All the other elephants, the lions, and the other ferocious animals, such as tigers, rhinoceroses, great serpents, and black and white sarabas, chamaridir, fled in fear. We have to hear how powerful he was. That is very important. Lion is the king of jungle, but here even getting scent, all are fleeing, so powerful. Vrika, Varaha, Mahisharsha, Shalya, Gopucha, Shalavrika, Markatascha, Anyatra Kshudra Harina Shashadayash, Charanti Abhitayat Anugrahena. By the mercy of this elephant animals like wolves, buffaloes, bears, boars, gopuchas, porcupines, jackals, monkeys, rabbits, and deer moved about in the forest without fear. Why? Because they are small animals, so this Gajendra does not mind them. If any other like strong, ferocious animal is there and he wants to show some influence, then Gajendra will not tolerate, he will kill immediately. That is why all they are fleeing, those big ferocious, but this small one, he does not mind them. So in his grace, near him they are going without any fear, because they know no other animals will come near. So in this way he was going. Rabbits, deer. In his company, they had no fear, because he is removing all ferocious animals, even only by scent. Sagharma tapta karibih karenu bhir vrito madachyut karabhair anudrutaha garimna paritah prakampayan nishevyamano likuleir madashanai saronilam pankajarenu rushitam jigran viduran mada vihvalekshana vritah swayutena trisharditena tat sarovarabhyasam athagamat drutam. Surrounded by the herds, other elephants. Surrounded by the herds, other elephants. They were going in herd, so other elephants were also there, including females, female elephant, and followed by the young ones, children, Gajendra, perspiring with liquid oozing from his temples, which swarms of bees drank as nectar. They were thinking it is like a honey. When he was going, made Trikuta mountain tremble all around because of the weight of his body. So you have to see how powerful he is. It's very important to hear this. Later on, this is very important to know how powerful. He was going, even this Trikuta mountain was trembling. It's such power he has. Because of the weight of his body. From a distance, he could smell the pollen of the lotus flowers, carried from the lake by the breeze, surrounded by his associates, who were afflicted by thirst. He quickly came to the lake, as was his custom. Tomorrow we will hear about this, because time is over. The thing is, it was not that first time now he went. This was his custom. But when Prarabdha karma will come, we don't know. At this time, it came, as we will hear tomorrow.